Okay, I'm gonna start recording here for my introduction, or I guess reintroduction back into what Pokemon has become, at least competitively, and what has changed throughout the game since Red and Blue and Gold and Silver. I guess I'm just gonna start with going to one of the main websites I use. Just go to Google, type in Bulbapedia, and just go to Bulbapedia. I'm just gonna run through some of the main things, just like the basics to get you back into it, and so I can further explain how it's changed since then. I'm just going to type in Bulbasaur since everyone pretty much knows Bulbasaur. On this page, it shows, a little sprite of the Pokemon, a little bit of information here about it. So I'm going to start with going down to its stats. These are what every Pokemon has. There are 6 stats in total. There is HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And this has changed because in Pokemon Red and Blue there was only one stat for special attack and special defense. That was just called special. And in Generation 2 it was split into 2 categories. And everything's pretty self-explanatory. HP is the amount of hit points that your Pokemon has. Their attack boosts the effects of physical moves. Defense seems how well they take the physical moves. Special attack increases their special moves. Special defense, same, defending against special attacks. And speed is how fast that they are in battle. Scrolling down in here shows what generation they learn their moves at. See, we're in the current Generation 5 of Pokemon. The first generation was Red and Blue, second generation was Gold and Silver, third gen was Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and the Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. And Generation 4 was Pearl, Platinum, Diamond, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And with Generation 5 we have Pokemon Black and White. And here it shows what level Bulbasaur learns his moves. He starts with Tackle, and pretty much everything's the same that you remember it. It just shows which level he gets, what type moves he has, all that good stuff. And in Generation 4, they added a difference between attacks. In the first through third gens, they had all the moves were categorized in either physical or special. Like all electric attacks were special, even if it was like Thunder Punch or a move that you would think would be physical. But in 4th gen they changed that, so they separated pretty much every attack in either physical or a special attack, basing off the Pokemon's either attack or special attack. So looking here at Bulbasaur's Generation 5 moveset, you see that he learns Vine Whip at level 9. And it's in bold because it's a stab attack, which is the same type attack bonus. So since he's a grass poison Pokemon, if he uses grass or poison attacks, they will do 1.5 times regular damage. And as you can see here, that Vine Whip is a physical attack, and it will be based off of his attack right here. And it's a multiplier, so what you're going to do is take like 35 plus 49 times 1.5 to get through everything. And it's the same with special, that you'll take his attacks times his special attack to get about a base damage of what his moves are going to do to your opponent before factoring in their defensive stats and whatnot. I guess going through, we can go through all the types. There are 17 types in total. From the first generation, normal, fire, fighting, water, flying, grass, poison, electric, ground, psychic, rock, ice, bug, dragon, ghost. And there was 2 types added in Generation 2 for Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and that's Dark type and Steel type. Dark type were made to counter Psychic and Ghost Pokemon. They are also weak to Bug and fighting attacks, and pretty much with all Pokemon elemental types, they are strong against something, except for normal types aren't strong against anything, but they hit just about everything for neutral damage. That's ×1 modifier, and all the other attacks are either strong against something and weak against something. The new Steel type is for like mostly defensive Pokemon. They are strong against flying and ice, I believe, and they are weak to fire, fighting, and ground. And that's the same, with every Pokemon has their types. Going back to Bulbasaur, he's a dual type. He is main grass, part poison. So that means that whatever grass is weak to a lot of different elemental types. They take 2 times damage from bug, fire, flying, ice, and poison. But Bulbasaur, since he's dual type grass / poison, he is no longer weak to poison or bug, but adds in a ground weakness and a psychic weakness. Going through, like, all you have to do is type in type on Bulbapedia, and it'll bring up all the different types. And I'm not going to go through what every single type is strong and weak against, but you can just click here and re-familiar yourself with the types, your favorite type, and who they're strong and weak against, and the effectiveness of those types. Just sticking with grass. Grass is strong against only 3 things: ground, rock, and water. Which going through like the games, like the single player, usually isn't the best. But in the competitive scene today, most of the Pokemon are either ground or rock, and a few waters. They're one of the most prevalent types in there, so having a grass Pokemon is definitely a good thing to consider when making your team. I think that's pretty much everything I'll go through right now. So this is just like a base, so I can build off of this when I go into further and further things. So just kind of a review and a reintroduction. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll work on each series, or each part of the series, and try and make myself better at this. But I hope that you learned a little something, and I look forward to next time.